Three, two, one. My opponent steps into my guard. I'm going to play from a reverse Riva position. I get my hand on the inside so I can go knuckles facing me or palm facing me. I'm going to go palm facing me and taking a false grip. So Darren comes down and he tries to pressure me using my hand to frame across that far shoulder. If I need to, I'll push the weight onto the far leg, which will buy me time to help me invert inside. So you can see here I have one leg in and one leg out. So I'm going to use my leg that's on the outside to tip the weight forward onto Darren's hands. And now I have heavy hands and light feet. So I'm just going to change the angle. So we go from here. So the weight's onto Darren's hands. So on our last technique, what we did was we used our butterfly hook to lift and pummel our leg outside and then back inside, where we can go into a backside 50-50 position. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to use the butterfly hook to lift his left leg, and I turn to my right hip, taking a false grip with both hands. So I have my wrist on his Achilles, so the lower part of his calf here. You see I'm turning my right knee down towards the floor, kind of like what you'd be doing in a K-guard position. I take my left leg out, triangle my legs, so we can either finish in a backside position, or we can break our opponent down to the mat and we can start attacking from the saddle. So again, maybe this angle here. So I have my reverse Riva grip, got my grip on the ankle. Darren's come down trying to pressure me, frame it across the far shoulder. If I need to create more space, I'll use my left leg to kick the weight onto his far leg, and I turn my head on the inside. So I managed to get my head in between his knees. I use my left leg to elevate his left hip, and I turn to my right hip. So I bring my right knee down towards the floor. I free my left leg, I triangle my feet, bring my opponent down to the mat, and then we're in the saddle where we can start attacking. So again, Darren steps in, managed to get my grip, so either knuckles facing me or palm facing me. If he comes down and starts to pressure me, I frame across the far shoulder. I use my leg to push the weight onto the far leg, and I get my head in between my opponent's knees. I use my right leg to kick the weight down towards the floor. I'm taking a false grip, trying to bring his heel or his heels in towards my shoulders. The left leg elevates and I turn to my right hip. So you can see I managed to get my knee from the outside to the inside. I free my left leg, so I bring this to the outside, cross my feet or triangle my legs. We can finish from a backside position or kick our opponent down to the mat. We start finishing in the saddle. So we do it again. So Darren steps in, we get our Riva grip, hand on the ankle, frame across the far shoulder. If we need it, we use the far leg to push the weight onto the far leg, and I get my knee on the inside. Right leg kicks the weight down to his hands, bringing the heels in towards my chest, or trying to bring his heels inside my shoulders. And then the trick here is false grip, lift with your left leg. Once I create space by lifting with my left leg, so you can see what I'm trying to lift here, turn to my right hip and I bring my right knee down towards the floor. I then take my left leg out. I cross my feet or triangle my legs. We can finish from a backside position, or we can bring our opponent down to the mat and we can start finishing here.